Andy HROVAT, Olympic wrestler, is here at Jacksonville on the cusp of Neptune Beach and Atlantic Beach for beach wrestling. Andy, thank you so much for being here today.
Yeah, thank you, man. It's amazing. This is such a fun event. It's the future for wrestling, and we're having fun in the sun today.
Yeah, man. You need a hat or something to cover your head? I don't want you to burn, bro.
Yeah, I was actually, when I was walking by you, I was out to buy a hat.
You want a headpiece? It's clean.
No, I'm good. I got one
coming. Okay, brother. Well, tell us about your Olympic experience first.
Yeah, so I went to the 2008 Olympics. Trained my whole life to make it there, and I was fortunate enough to make the team in 2008 with, we had an amazing team with Cejudo, Cormier, Doug Schwab, Mike Zadek, Ben Askren, Steve Mako. Everybody went on to do amazing things afterwards, and me, I'm like the lowly guy just in the background helping out with the sport.
Well, it looks like you might be having the most fun here on the beach, though, right?
Absolutely. I was so pumped when Spartan was able to, have the opportunity to host the Beach Nationals along with our Spartan Nationals and Southeast Regionals. Again, I think this is the future. It's inclusive, men and women, boys and girls. Anybody could do it. And so if you're thinking about wanting to have fun and still compete and challenge yourself, this is it. Easy matches, 3 points, fast, but again, it's on the beach, it's fun, there's water, there's just a ton of people. We got a DJ right over here, as you can hear.
Yeah, Motley Crue, Kickstart My Heart.
Yeah.
From the Dr. Feelgood album, 1990. Now, Andy, what I like about this concept, and I really did not know anything about this until about 10 o'clock in the morning, and they filled me in, told me you were going to be here, so I made sure to come back. I like that this is kind of bringing collegiate, or whatever you want to call it, like the Greco-Roman wrestling, the real mano-a-mano or woman-on-woman-o wrestling to the people, because that's one thing that traditional, lack of a better term, real wrestling has suffered from, is a lack of mainstream acknowledgement or understanding.
We're still working on those brackets. We're finishing that upload. It's just taking a little time getting some electronics down to the beach, but we're working on it. Until then, down by ring 1, we have medical set up down by ring 1. Lord willing, we don't need them, but if you do, head down by ring 1. That's where medical's set up. Once again, your rinse hose is down here by ring 4, by the stairs for this boardwalk. And the rings are open if y'all want to practice or warm up, or if you need to do anything. The rings are open if you want to hop in.
I'll just take a quick shot of her.
Throw a couple sweet moves. Christian Flavin's over here. He's available to be thrown if you'd like to give that a shot to get you warmed up. He's already a little pink. He can take a slap or two around the shoulders as well. So the rings are open, y'all. Medical by 1, rinse hose by 4.
She's kind of the Howard Finkel of this organization now. ncwrestling.org. Have you lived in North Carolina yourself, Andy?
No. The last year I've been living in Vermont with the CEO of Spartan Race, Joe DeSena.
Nice.
And we're doing a lot of business in Boston at our office, getting ready for the event. So.
Yeah, I'm from Rhode Island myself, so I'm pretty familiar with all those places you're talking about. And I've lived here for about a year and a half, and just kind of exciting. You go to walk your dog, and suddenly there's a wrestling tournament going on the beach wrestling.
Right.
And have you yourself competed in these contests?
Never. This is my first one witnessing and my first one competing. So,
all right,
we'll just have fun today.
Now, are you kind of taking on an open challenge to people in your weight class, or what's going on?
I don't know. I just decided to show up, right? Like, I'm here, and they said, hey, why don't you do it? I was like, why not,
That's the true wrestler spirit. And I think what people don't understand, unless they saw the movie Vision Quest, I don't know if you ever saw that one, but it's a great movie about this type of wrestling, is that wrestlers, in my opinion, along with hockey players, are really the most underappreciated athletes in the world. The toughness, the grit, the determination, the cauliflower ears, all these things that go into this style of wrestling. I think this is a great way for like legitimate wrestling to reach the mainstream people.
Yeah, the barrier of entry for beach is the lowest, right? Like, anybody could go up. We had an event in October on our farm called the Spartan Games with 24 of the best athletes in the world, 12 men, 12 women. And some of them were obstacle course racers, the #1 ultra marathon man, the top American woman marathon runner, and we had them all compete in beach wrestling because they wanted to do a wrestling event, and I was the one that said, hey, we're gonna do beach wrestling. They could all do it. It's fast. You know, the matches don't last long. The points are easy to get. Anybody can figure it out. And because of the nature of it, a lot of it is highlight worthy. And so you lock up, there's going to be throws.
Andy, I think it's awesome, and I think that, you know, this beach in the last year and a half, because of all the situations in the world, we haven't seen this many people smiling and in anticipation of anything in a year and a half. So I thank you guys for coming out. And did you fly in from up north, or did you?
I did, yeah, but I'm driving back.
That's awesome, man. Well, the road trip is make sure and stop by all the Waffle Houses you can, man. And as far as your Olympic experience, I mean, some of the guys you mentioned as teammates have gone on to mixed martial arts, UFC. One thing from my perspective, a guy like Matt Hughes and others really took wrestling and put it on the foreground of UFC in particular, because as great as the mixed martial arts world is, jiu-jitsu, karate, all these disciplines, if you get a wrestler in there, those guys there's not much you can do if your arms are all tangled up, right?
No, wrestling is the #1 martial art in the world, and we bang on our feet and we control the mat, and we're the toughest. So.
And Andy, are you a guy? If you don't have to answer the question if you want to, but are you a guy with siblings, with family and friends you want to say hi to or anything?
Yeah, just anybody watching, hi. Check out Spartan Combat. Check out USA Wrestling, Beach Wrestling. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Andy. You have a great day, and thanks for bringing ncwrestling.org here to Neptune Beach and Atlantic Beach.
Sure.
Subscribe to Mike Messier YouTube channel. Thanks, Andy. Thanks a lot.